my name is NewFlowerGirl, but you can call me Demi, and welcome back to another Aftertalk video. Today we're going to be talking about the Indonesian Grand Prix for the MotoGP. Yeah, it was not right race. It was dry this year. Last year, I can remember last year it was wet. It was a rainy race. But yeah, it was a dry race, so that was already good. Yeah, from the original grid, we basically missed one driver, which was Alex Marquez. He did try this weekend, but yeah, it just didn't work. He just couldn't do it. He tried though, but yeah, Alex Rins is back. Luca Marini is back with a surgery done to his collarbone. And Marco Bezzecchi had done a surgery on his collarbone. So that's basically all of that ruled out. We're going to start with the sprint race because, you know, that's always what it is. Mandalika has been on the calendar a few years prior, I think. I don't know, honestly. We can actually look it up. Calendar. Scroll down to Mandalika. So, circuit info. Circuit surrounded by spectacular tropical views located in Lombok, West Nusa Tenggara. The Pertamina Mandalika International Circuit offers an unforgettable experience for MotoGP fans. Founded in 2021, the circuit is 4.3 kilometers long and consists of 17 corners with 6 left and 11 right-handers. The track's very first international event was the Indonesian World Superbike Round in 2021, before it then opened its doors for MotoGP from 2022. With capacity for nearly 200,000 fans, the circuit is an integrated entertainment and sports area and is surrounded by beaches and eye-catching natural scenery. That combination makes it a perfect pit stop for both motorsport lovers and tourists. So yeah, basically, I know they've done previous races in Indonesia, I believe. Yeah. MotoGP Indonesian. I can't spell Indonesian. Grand Prix history. There have been 3 Grand Prix events held in 1996 and 97, both at Central International Circuit, Bogor, West Java, and then the Lombok one. Right, so now that we know that, let's go back to the sprint race. If it wants to freaking load. Yeah. There we go. Just refresh the page and we're there. Right, so, retirements. Marc Marquez did not finish the first lap. And then we have Aleix Espargaro, who basically crashed with Brad Binder. Binder has been on a rampage to basically get penalties. Because he received a penalty from the sprint race, which he basically took, and at the end he did go and apologize because like it was like do or die action. And wait, I think Aleix Espargaro did it. Binder, I honestly don't know, but like Binder has been on a rampage, which made him finish last in the race on like 43 seconds from the leader. Yeah, let's talk about the Asian guy here. Takaki Nakagami 11th. Best Honda. So yeah. Speaking of Honda and Marc Marquez, he's gonna go and leave Honda behind and go to Ducati, to basically where his brother is, and that's Gresini Racing. So yeah, he's taking the place of Fabio Di Gianantonio. Rumors say that he's going back to Moto2. But, you know, he might have his sights set on, like, that seat at Honda. But also Zarco, my dad said it. Zarco might have his eyes on there, but Zarco already signed, so. Basically, only Repsol Honda needs to confirm their driver lineup. Not a good race for Francesco Bagnaia. P8 behind his teammate returning from injury, Enea Bastianini in 7th and 8th. On pole we had Luca Marini, but he did not win the race. It was Martinetor, Jorge Martin, and with that he also took the lead in the championship. You can tell that it's close. Marini ended up 2nd ahead of his teammate Marco Bezzecchi. Fabio Quartararo P5, good weekend. I mean, I think he qualified like P4 something or P5, but like it was a good weekend for him. Same for Maverick Vinales, who was leading and then was like, no, I'm not gonna win this race. So yeah. And Jack Miller got the last point in P6. Basically, sprint races are top 9 get points. And in Formula 1 it's top 8. I got confused last time. Moto 3. So, retirements: Ana Carrasco, Adrian Fernandez, I think. Yeah, Adrian Fernandez, and Scott Ogden. Adrian Fernandez is replacing the injured Suzuki, because Suzuki has been declared unfit. Ana Carrasco is also declared unfit because she broke her legs on 2 spots and got a concussion. But if you think about it, consider the place where she fell on the tarmac. Right there. Right where your neck ends. Where your neck goes into like your shoulders and stuff. That's where she ended up. I saw on the replay. So that was terrifying to watch. We've got a few other replacements and stuff. We've got Noah Detwiller. He's a replacement. I don't know who else. Maybe RB Aditama. Yeah, that's it. Let's talk about the Indonesian drivers, because we basically now have a couple more Indonesian drivers. So we have Mario Aji. I'm not gonna say his middle name. He finished P25, so penultimate last. Detwiller was 26th. Then we have the replacement Aditama, 17th. And that was both of them. There are not many Indonesian drivers here, like at all. There should be more Indonesian drivers. Like maybe the Spaniards and the Italians should make more place for them. Because like there are more Italians and Spaniards than any other country. Worth a mention, Detwiller is from Switzerland. Asman, we also have him, and he's from Malaysia. He finished P24, so yeah, good. Yeah, let's talk about Colin Vire. Good weekend. Yeah, good weekend. Once again, he had a shot for the podium. 600th of a second. 600th of a second. was the gap to the podium. Yeah, it's sad. Like, it's again P4 with such small time difference in between. And then considering his teammate didn't even get into the points, I think. Yeah, he didn't even get into points. P18. Yeah, Colin got P4. And then we got like quite a colourful podium. I think everywhere there they speak a different version of Spanish. I mean, we've got David Munoz who just speaks Spanish. European Spanish. Then we have David Alonso. He speaks Spanish. And then Diogo Moreira. He also speaks a form of Spanish or Portuguese. But yeah, in which order were they? Well, let me tell you, one of them has gotten their very first race win ever. And it's the guy who I said was going to be the Moto3 Ayrton Senna. I'm of course talking about Diogo Moreira. He got his first ever win. And this is good for him because he also got his first ever pole position the same weekend. And then David Alonso was second and David Munoz third. So yeah. Malaysia is taking control of the championship. So yeah. Let's see there. Nope. With the 3. So it's 209 for Masia and 193 for Sasaki. Holgado is 1 point behind that, so it's just gonna be them 3, because Alonso it's like at 180. Anyway, let's go back to Moto2 now. Colin had a good, well, not Colin. Colin had a good weekend. Until he found out he was not on the podium. I mean, his name had switched to P3 and then got switched back, and it was so sad. Yeah. Retirements. Alberto Sura did not finish his first lap. Philip Salach crashed out. Kota Nozane, Zonta, and Barry Baltus. Also sad. Alonso Lopez also crashed. There was like an opening crash with like a lot of people, and Alonso Lopez was involved in that with Alberto Stura. But there was another guy involved in that, and that was Jeremy Alcoba. Yeah. There are no Indonesian drivers in here, are there? No. Sad. Well, Ruben Schneider did a good job after 2 weekends, no points, backed 4 points. So yeah, that's good. And his teammate backed 2 points, so that's 6 points for the whole team, for the team whole weekend. So that's good. Yeah. Sam Lowe stayed on his bike. Sergio Garcia had a moment. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to tell you guys at the Moto3. Daniel Holgado had a very interesting line in a certain corner. Was turn 9. He had a very interesting line. Basically cut the corner. That's it. Yeah. We thought that there was going to be a new podium sitter. We thought that was going to be Manuel Gonzalez, but that was not happening, unfortunately. He did finish good, so finished P5. Yeah. Now let's talk about Speed Up team. We of course have in that lineup, we have Fermin Aldeguer and Alonso Lopez. When Aldeguer is not performing well, Lopez does very well. When Lopez doesn't perform well, outerwear performs very well. And this is exactly the case. I mean, Lopez, he retired or something. Then, well, he's not classified. Like, if you look behind his name, it just says 0. But he is classified. But yeah. Outerwear got a podium. Finished P3. Then Aaron Canet, who actually had pole position, and that man cannot win a race, which is sad. Like, he finishes second every time. Every goddamn time. Like, it's kind of sad when you think of it. Like, he cannot win. And also, if you're wondering what those photos behind me are, then be sure to watch the video that will come out. Not next Saturday, but I think like Halloween, like the last weekend before Halloween. So yeah, be sure to check that video out. Yeah, I went to the Efteling with my boyfriend, which was fun. Like I said I wasn't gonna go in Carnival Festival, but I did. I did go in there, and we went twice into the Piranha, which was so fun. I'm always the loser there. I'm always the one who's super soaked. And like the second time we went in there, we were with a couple and the kid, and basically I still got all of the water on me. Like the first wave hit, and I was like, my pants were soaked. It was funny. But yeah, what's not funny is that Aaron Canet can never win. He either crashes out or he gets overtaken. In this case, that was by Pedro Acosta. He won the race. Now let's look at the standings here as well. Because Acosta now has 277 points. Tony Arbolino is behind there with 212. So it's going between them, but I think Acosta's going to get it. I think Acosta's going to be the first person to get a the world title, because like there's 60 points, at least 60 points between Arbolino and Acosta. So yeah, and then with Qatar, Phillip Islands, Valencia, and Thailand, with 4 races to go. Basically, it might be champion in Thailand, depends on when it is. When it is Thailand. Malaysia is in between that too. So I think that would be the maximum achievable would be 125. So it might either be Malaysia or Qatar for Acosta, unless unless Arbolino doesn't score any points, like crashes out something, then it's gonna be Thailand. I'm saying. So yeah. Anyway, MotoGP. At the end of the race, at the end of this Aftertalk, I'm gonna also tell you guys like when I think, who will be champion where. I do think it's gonna be Masia. But yeah, MotoGP race. Jesus Christ, I didn't think that was gonna be that many. Anyway, everyone made it through the first lap here, including Marc Marquez. Retirements. Paul Espargaro, Luca Marini, Marc Marquez, Jorge Martin. He's a bit later in the list. Juan Mir. They both have the same first letter. Adrian Fernandez. No, Augusto Fernandez. There's so many Fernandezes in here. You have Raul, you have Augusto, and we have Adrian. What the heck? I'm already happy that I can tell the differences between the two Espargaros without them having their team wear on. Well then, previously mentioned Jorge Martin and Johan Zarco. They both crashed in the same corner, which is ironic. But 2 laps difference. They didn't crash together, luckily. Otherwise, that would have been a huge riot. I think if Zarco did finish the race, he would have been the last person in points, but that is now Franco Morbidelli with 2 points, because 14 drivers finished the damn race. Yeah. A couple of crashes, a couple of things that happened. Marini got hit out of the race by someone, and then there was someone else who had an incident with that same guy, and he was teammates with him in the Moto2 and on the KTM in the MotoGP. I'll give you 3 guesses to who it was and put it in the comments. So pause the video and comment down below, who do you think it was that made them both crash out? Well, Oliveira didn't crash out. It was only Marini. But who do you think was caused those 2 accidents? I'm just going to assume that you guys typed it down in the comments. It was Binder. Again, Brad Binder. And he received 2 long laps for it. So yeah. Nea Bastianini, he had a good return. Same for Alex Rins, both in the points. Bastianini in 8th with 8 points, and Rins in 9th with 7 points. Fabio Di Gianantonio. I wanted to say best Ducati, but that's not true. Best factory Ducati. That's what I'm supposed to say. Yeah. That man carried Grazzini this weekend. Bagged 13 points in P4. He was close to getting podium, but also no, like 6 seconds. What was close was the finish between Quartararo and Vinales in P2 and P3. Quartararo 3rd and Vinales 2nd. Vinales again had a great run. You know, starting the race. He led the race after Martin crashed out. And then Bagnaia came in and was like, bye, I'm going to take the lead now. And then, like, Quartararo wanted to go past, but, like, he couldn't. So, yeah. That was, like, a nice race. Like, a nice catch-up race for Bagnaia, who had a terrible qualifying. I mean, this was his worst qualifying since Portugal last year. Like, what was his position then? Oh, that is Q2. Was he in Q2? No, not even. Wow. He was 3rd in Q1. That's terrible. So yeah. That's terrible. Yeah. Now let's see. So. Okay, I didn't think that was going to be that much of a difference. Bagnaia is at 346 and Martin is at 328. So I think, like, they're both pretty consistent with their results. I think it's going to be last race. Just like last year. And there's a mosquito on my wall. He's waving at me. Like he pulled a leg up like, hey. He's doing it again. After this video, I'm gonna smack him. I'm just saying. After I'm done recording this, I'm gonna smack that mosquito because I'm allergic to mosquitoes. He doesn't know that. Anyway, Bezzecchi is not gonna play a part in this, so it's just gonna be Martin versus Bagnaia. I do hope that Martin will get the title, because then I can say every year since Marc Marquez got his 8th title, there's been a different world champion with a different team. Because 2020 we had Suzuki with Juan Mir. Then we had Fabio Quartararo on a Yamaha. And then last year we had Francesco Bagnaia on Lenovo Ducati. And then this year, if Martin gets the championship, we will have it's still a Ducati driver, but like we would have a driver on a Prima Pramac. So yeah, I do hope that mosquito's flying away. He's heard me. So yeah, next race is actually next weekend, I believe. Let's scroll down. So yeah, it's actually next weekend, which is MotoGP Guru by Griffin Australian Motorcycle Grand Prix on Phillip Island. And meanwhile, well, that's going to be very early. Well, Guru is basically the tyre sponsor. So yeah, that one's going to be early in the morning because it's Australia. And then in the evening we will have Formula 1 in Texas. So yeah, that's going to be fun. And then after that we have Thailand. So we basically have a triple header now of just races in that area. Then they have like a week's rest. They go to Malaysia. Then they go to the Middle East of Qatar. And then they go to Valencia. What is it like for Formula 1? Like the next few races? I need to know. Oop, that's schedule. It's easy if I use this. Whee. So yeah, we have this weekend. We have thingy. Kota, which kind of looks like a gun. If you look at it, the Kota looks like a gun. Miami looks like a crocodile. And then Vegas looks like something. So yeah. Basically they also have a triple header, which is United States, Mexico, Brazil. But they carry on one more week. And then they have a week pause or something, I think. They go again to America for Vegas. And then the week after that they go to Abu Dhabi. Wait, they end on the same day? Yeah, they both end on the same day. How perfectly timed is that? So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this after talk. If you did, then please hit the like button. Also consider subscribing if you don't want to miss any more after talks. But that's it from me for now. And I shall see you guys in another video. Bye!